we should be live. Good evening, everyone. It is Sunday, October 22nd, just after 8 p.m., and welcome to another edition of the Sunday Night Stumbles. I see Brad Palmer in the house. Wesley, Hoosjaw, Everett C is here. STM Metro, Vivian Johnson, Sheena Roberts. I think I saw Marge here, so the Mod Squad is here. Dom Elevators, Chris Mills, Brandon N, who I believe I met at the end of the live stream I did earlier today. Yes, this is the second live stream I've done today, and I'm still kind of feeling it. I did a hell of a lot of walking earlier today. Steph Curry is here, Chris G is here, Jennifer Gala is here, Mark D, and sorry if I missed anyone, but thank you for joining in. Gar says, what was the building north of Dundas Square that has a Winners? The one with, I don't know the name. It was like called Metropolis back when it was being built. But I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. I put, what's the beverage? Last Sunday, and by the way, I think something is a little off with my webcam settings. I don't know. It doesn't quite look right. I'm not using a webcam, but you know what I mean. It looks a little bit duller than it should. My lighting seems okay. Everything is set up properly. I don't know. I'll look into that later. You'll just have to deal with it for this one. I'm a bit pooped. But thanks for the poll. Last Sunday stream was a sober one. No edibles, no drinks. But tonight, we're going to do it properly. So I put up a poll. 36% of you voted for Peach of Mind. So I just ran to the fridge while the stream was counting down and grab this. Cheers to everyone. This is a Peach Kolsch. It's finally a beer that's as easygoing as us. This crisp and refreshing Peach Kolsch is perfect for days with nowhere to be. So relax, take it in, and let the vibrant flavor set the pace. So cheers, everyone. Happy start to the week. Colette is here. Colette. Was it like 2.5 years ago when I ran into you in like Union Station at some point? It was a very happenstance moment. So last week I did a live stream along Shepherd Avenue East. And you might remember after the live stream, I went to Wendy's. I ended in front of Wendy's. I was kind of craving Wendy's. Well, this video, I literally just set my camera up outside of the window at Wendy's while I ate. So that is what you're watching in the background. Someone said Ken sent you. Well, thank you, Ken, for sending a viewer this way. Welcome to the stream. I do this most Sundays. Hey, that guy's rocking New Balance. He's also acting like what he's carrying is a lot heavier than it is. Maybe there's something very heavy in there. Jelly Bean is here. This is what Brian thinks Adventure scored 135 points, is 106 at bowling. Pretty solid. You always want to get over 100. On my second day of my second year of the second season in Special Olympics bowling, congrats. This is what Brian thinks. I can drink to that. I can always drink to a good bowling score. Brandon says, even though we ran into each other, which I would never forget, I remember hearing about your channel around the end of 2023. 3 years later, we met. Awesome stuff. Glad you've been a viewer for so long. Not this channel. Probably not this channel. Probably the other channel. Dom asks if he can ask a question. Sure, I can't always get to every question. Sometimes the chat goes fast. Sometimes I just don't want to answer it, but you're free to ask away. So you might recall maybe about 2 months ago, 1 or 2 months ago, I gave away one of my old cameras to a budding young 8-year-old director, a little Steven Spielbergo, if you want to call him that, or aspiring Quentin Tarantino. Hopefully not Michael Bay. Anyways, they uploaded a new video for me to play. So it's only 5 minutes long, but we're going to throw that up in the background right now. I've got that up on VLC here. So without further ado, this is the... There, my thing could probably be over a bit. This is courtesy of an 8-year-old. an aspiring Johnny Strides. He's here to take my job, but I'll happily succumb. Maybe one of the parents just informed me that he is watching. Hello, special agent director, who just... No, I'm not going to mention this. Anyways, no, that is not me going down the stairs there. That guy looks like me, but that is not me. So we are walking down some stairs. Mike T says, if only the delivery guy didn't have a BMW in his way of doing his job. Yahya informing if anyone is taking line 4 right now. Very unlikely that anyone would be taking line 4 right now, given that there's no signal down there. Best of luck, as subways are running and no shuttle buses. Hopefully just a temporary thing. Paul says, hi Johnny, new subscriber tonight, watched your High Park video. Would you go back to Bell? I'm gonna try. Normally when I live stream I leave it in LTE. I don't know, because I've streamed in High Park with Rogers before and it was okay, and then I switched to Bell and it was fine, and then I switched back to Rogers and suddenly it's not good. But I've been leaving my phone in 5G when normally you want to leave it in LTE for streaming. It's just more stable. So I'm going to see about that. I'm going to talk to Henry from Toronto Tech and Transit and see if, because he uses Rogers and he uses an iPhone 15 Pro as well. So I'm just going to see if he's had the same luck there. I'm going to troubleshoot, but if it turns out that that's like there's dead ends where I can't do it with Rogers, I might go back to like having both of them and like bonding the connection together. I used to do that. I used to have Bell and Rogers, and I would hotspot off of one phone, use the other connection off of the other phone, and then bond them together using a technique called channel bonding. And that way, yeah, anywho, we'll see. I just don't want to do that route anyway. Colette says, where is this? This is actually kind of near where I started my stream. This is like High Park north of Bloor Street. Chris G says, do you notice a higher battery drain in 5G? Mildly so. Not big enough to make a difference. The biggest battery drain, especially with the iPhone 15 Pro, is when I have the brightness cranked. Barris says Speedify is what I use. Yeah, I have a Speedify. I think I have like a lifetime membership. I just stopped using it when it became apparent that Speedify was randomly slowing down my streams. I was getting faster upstreams without bonding them, but under certain circumstances, it's probably better. Barbara Perkins says, footage courtesy of Johnny Smalls. Hello, Johnny. Are you anticipating the DJI Pocket 3 next week? JD, I'll be ordering 2 of those suckers the moment they come out. I like to have 2 cameras on me. These Pocket 2s are a little bit long in the tooth, so I'm eagerly awaiting the Pocket 3. And I'm probably going to buy 2, and maybe little Johnny Smalls here will get an upgrade on his camera. Chris Mill says 5G is super when you're close to the source. Other than that, you might as well use LTE. Well, the thing is, LTE is kind of a more stable signal around the city, and it's plenty fast to upload at 6,000 kilobytes per second, which is what I need to upload in 1080p. I basically try to upload in the highest quality that I can get away with. So we'll see. Yeah, they do, Devin. And you can get backpacks, but to me, simplicity rules the day. If I can just do it all on my phone without one of those silly backpack streaming devices, I'll do it. You've been hearing the iPhone 15 and Pros have been getting mixed reviews. I've never liked iPhone. I don't even like my iPhone. I like that it's USB-C, though. That alone makes it better than just about every other iPhone ever. So that's fine. So we are walking down a residential street here. It looks like we're about to hit a dead end. I don't really know where exactly this is anymore. Vivian reminding this is not a religious channel. Did I miss something? Our moderator kicking in. She's gonna beat someone's ass if she has to. Just kidding. Construction. I think in the middle of the screen here, there's a subway line running by. Time sensitive, Google. Johnny, what's for dinner tonight? Or have you already ate? Who's Ja? You know what I did tonight? I went to, by the way, thank you very much, future Steven Spielberg in waiting. There's only a few seconds left of the video. Very good job. Thank you. I was gonna put up a poll, but no. Let's do this again, right? Let's get him to get us some more videos. Aspiring Toronto YouTuber, and I am still at Wendy's here eating my Baconator with the BMW. So I got a message here. He said, "You're welcome, Johnny. Mom and dad and child must be watching." You are. Thank you very much. He said, "I'm welcome." I was about to say, "You're welcome," but thank you. Anthony is here. Sheena says, "Awesome video." The view from Wendy's is the ankle cam. Yeah, unfortunately, there was no way to get the camera like at a proper height. The window was just plastered with like ads and stuff. So I just put the camera on the ground and pointed it up, and hopefully, or hoped it wouldn't be too creepy. Wow. I couldn't pause it, but that girl's shoes were ridiculous. Kathleen says, "Happy night, Johnny, and to all here. Sorry I was late finishing up dinner." Speaking of new shoes, as you know, I've been on a bit of a shoe odyssey. I've been replacing and upgrading all of my shoes. There goes some Asics. I went to a local store yesterday, so I did not buy from Amazon or from Altitude or anyone online. I went to a small independent retailer and I bought some new shoes. So basically I'm set. I've got my boots that I wore last year, my Merrell boots. Those are good for this year. I've got my Ultras, the trail runners. Those are good for sort of any conditions. And my regular daily walking shoes of all the ones that I've been looking at. Well, for starters, I started with this $60 barefoot pair off of Amazon, kind of as a proof of concept. And it turns out I really, really, really like them. But they're like one of those shitty Chinese clone companies, no real R&D, no real staff over here. I don't really want to support this kind of thing. So away with those, and I bought these yesterday. Let's see if we can make it better. So these are the new Stride shoes that I'm going to be putting all my miles in. They're nice wide toe box. And you know what they can do? They can do that. They're stupidly flexible. So they are these are Vivo Barefoot Primus 3s. They didn't quite have the color combination I wanted, but I think they're going to do. When it's raining or bad weather, I'm going to wear the Ultras. If it's really bad weather, I'm going to use the boots. But I wore these today. I logged 24,000 steps on them. My feet are fine. My legs are fine. I'm already acclimated to like zero drop and no arch support. So yeah, these are the shoes that we're going to be cooking with. Do not ask me how much they cost. Do not ask me how much they cost, because it's probably whatever you're thinking, multiply it by like 3. Yeah, like, but they last a stupid amount of time. Barbara says you'll be hot property out in those. Jellybean says, how much do they cost? How much do you think they cost, Jellybean? Devin says local shoemaker equals money. The good thing is, Jeanette says Vivos are usually about $100. I wish. In Canada, these were, let's just say north of 2. We'll just leave it at that. Well north of 2. They're, yeah. Brandon says my guess maybe 150. Naughty says 400. Steven, you're within $6, Steven. And that's all we'll say about it. But someone's saying, I like them. Do they have them in any other colors? Mike Cope one says, whose jaw? The thing, these are like a very specific kind of shoe, though. They're not for everybody. Primus, do they have other colors? Let's see. Vivo Primus 3. Yeah, they do. These are what I got. Keep in mind, there's tax on that, too. Those would have been kind of funky. Those would have been kind of funky. Those would have been kind of funky. I really like the whites, but I think they would have looked like shit after one of our winters. So those would have been cool. Those would have been cool. Those would have been cool. I actually kind of wanted this look here. But, oh, they have bright white too. But we just got the blacks. And you know what's weird? I have never in my life worn a pair of 10s. I'm like bursting through 11s. These shoes actually run kind of big. So I got the 10s. And they don't even have 10s in stock here. Yeah. Anyways, Who's Jaw says white looks badass, not gonna lie. But here's the thing. I'm gonna be wearing these things over 15, 20K a day, 5 days a week. I'll probably wear the Ultras the other 2 days. And I'm hopefully going to wear them all through this year and next year. So I burn through shoes like crazy. So I'm hoping that these ones last. Chris Mills says, I'll stick to the old man Skechers. Skechers is like having some kind of remarkable renaissance, right? Every time I look at what people are wearing, half of them are Skechers. Like, they just came roaring back. I don't know, but they've got like the whole comfort thing on lock because I see tons and tons of Skechers. Barbara says white would get very dirty given how much Johnny walks around. Yeah, I think they're also like awesome gym shoes. But yeah, they're barefoot shoes, so your feet, you feel every little thing in the ground. Fortunately, I'm used to that. I acclimated myself. But anyways, Lisa got here just in time for the end of Shoe Talk. You missed Shoe Talk, Lisa. You might want to roll back and watch that. But anyways, I bought it from a local retailer who were super friendly. They're not sponsoring me in any way, but I did a video yesterday walking from the brunch place that I went to the store to buy them. So if you're curious as to where I bought them, and if you want to support a local business as well, they've got a website. But I'm just going to ask you to hang on until like the video posted. Maybe that video will be Tuesday or Wednesday. Speaking of video, I'm probably going to be posting a clip or short of something that happened during today's live stream. Hey, the guy's still... Do you think this guy knows? There's no way he knows that we're watching him. Alex says, on the Danforth. Maybe. Justin says, would you ever bring a durian on the TTC as a prank? If you bring a durian near other people, you're an asshole. No, I wouldn't bring a durian. All right, let me get the audio up here. So this is just a little scene from the live stream. One of the cool things when I live stream with the iPhone. Oop, I'm getting... Oh, Action Kid sent me a link. When I do a live stream with the iPhone, it records a copy of the video locally. So I have a higher quality copy. So I can now do clips. But anyways, let's watch. Here's a little clip of what happened. Anyways. I'll show you what I mean. Let's head over to the other side of the street. Whoa! The guy waves like, oh, sorry, I'm not looking.
Sorry, I don't know how to drive. Almost ran you over there. Whoa.
Did you get that one?
No. I got the guy.
So he asked me if I got it, and I said no. I didn't know. This was a case where I like swung the camera around, but I wasn't looking in the direction of the camera. But we'll just rewind that, and if you missed it, we'll just play that again.
I don't know how to drive. Almost ran you over there. Whoa.
Lisa says, see, they were both running the light. Yeah, this light here was yellow. This car was turning left from the right lane. So I don't know. I don't know if there's enough here to choose who's at fault, because we can't see this light. We also can't see if this driver... Here's the thing. If this driver could have stopped at the red light, they're supposed to stop. Therefore, they're not supposed to be in the intersection. If it's deemed that they couldn't have stopped at the yellow light and they entered the intersection, then the driver turning is at fault, because this person has the right of way. The car going straight through always has the right of way, and the car turning always has to wait until it's clear before they turn. But that all goes out the window if this person is deemed to be running a red light, right? And this person too may have been deemed to be running. So I don't know. We really, really need to see these lights in connection with how this lady was approaching the intersection. But I really think this one might be a 50-50. The accident fault charts are very clear. She would have, the lady going through would have right away. She should not be at fault. But if she ran the red light, or if she went on a yellow when she should have stopped, that goes out the window, right? Like, if you can stop, you're supposed to stop. So it's going to be I don't know. We're never going to find out what happened. But I don't think my video is really going to help either of their causes. I think both of their insurance companies are just going to say you're at fault, and they're both going to get fucked. But maybe that's the right thing, because that's what happens with accidents, right? Like, here, I'm more pissed off at the car that almost hit me. Alex says the car already has a dent on it from a previous collision. The one turning must make sure it's safe before they turn. That's the law. Since we can't see the light, yeah, I mean, we can't see the light and the timing, so it's impossible to say for sure if the person going...
I'll show you what I mean. Let's head over to the other side of the street. Whoa!
But what is up with this asshole? What is up with this person? Like, did they... Habfann, Habfann, so should we not be surprised that they're from most likely Quebec if they're Habfann? But yeah, can we see them? Hi. Oh, hello. I'm nearly running you over, but you know, I'm just gonna wave to you. Like, how about you slam on your fucking brakes, you idiot, once you like... No, I'm just going to keep cruising through the intersection. Anyways, yeah, like, so to this guy, I was basically doing this. You couldn't see that on the camera, but I was, like, doing one of those because, like, why wouldn't you do that? And he was just like, sorry for almost killing you. Like, anyways.
The guy waved.
I'm going to turn the heat down in my apartment because the heat is blasting. I'll just play this while I do that.
He was like, oh, sorry, I'm not looking. Sorry, I don't know how to drive. Almost ran you over there. Whoa.
Did you get that one?
No. I got the guy almost hitting me.
That one's better.
That'll ruin your day. I didn't see what happened.
She drove right into a car that was turning.
She?
Yeah.
Oh.
She was turning, she got the back corner.
Oh.
Hard to say.
If I had it on footage, I would
Be helpful.
give them my content, but oh well. Hopefully they have a better day from here on. All right, so we just had a car accident. I don't think I caught that, so I don't think I'm of any use to these people involved. Action VJ says, please get out of the street, please. Wow, we just had 2 crazy occurrences at once. Oh, there's the lady there.
Anyways, yeah, I went up and I talked to this lady. I didn't want to, yeah, let's not show her again up close. She's having a bad enough day. But I went up to her and I was like, hey, if you're interested, I've got the footage on my live stream, and I gave her my contact. And then the other lady came over and I told her the same thing, like, hey, here's my YouTube. Maybe you want to show this to your insurance company. Hopefully your adjuster gives you a break. And then at the end of the stream,
we are here at Dufferin, and that's what usually people say. All the channel members and Patreon supporters, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Are you Johnny Stumbles?
That's, well, yeah. Usually.
Are you Johnny Stumbles? Nobody has ever asked me if I was Johnny Stumbles in public before. It's always like, are you that walking guy? Are you that YouTuber? Are you Johnny Strides? But are you Johnny Stumbles?
Usually people say Strides, but yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet
Hey.
you, man.
Sorry, my hand, I'm a bit sweaty.
Yeah, no
Let's
worries.
fist bump it. Yeah, I'm just finishing a live stream.
Oh, nice. I'm Brandon.
Oh, from Brandon L?
Brandon N.
N. Oh, there's a few.
My profile picture.
Oh yeah, I recognize you.
I'm
Awesome.
Brandon.
Do you want to be on stream?
Yeah, sure. Hey. These are my friends, Brian and Gobi.
Sorry for...
Anyways, there is Brandon N. Very friendly guy. You were there with your friends. It was good to meet you. And you are here in the chat. Onyx says, you look just like your profile pic, Brandon. Pinesel says, are you Ken Continuum, the dingus attractor? I think the dingus magnet might be a better term. Ken, like, couldn't be a nicer guy. It's just funny. He has worse luck at that. Although, I guess I'm the one that got punched. So maybe the joke's on me for even bringing that up. Thank you, Ken, for bringing some viewers this way. Brian Riviere says, Brandon Fire Muscle. All right. All right. So that was the live stream. But one of the cool things is I ran into some connection problems in like this part of High Park. But this is right when I started having connection problems. But because I recorded the stream locally on the iPhone, I still have like the full quality footage here. So what I was going to do, I'm not talking now because I'm pretty sure we don't have a connection, and I'm pretty sure you guys couldn't see this. But we were going to keep walking along the water for a while and hang out here, and then eventually go to Queensway, and then I was going to walk through Parkdale.
Action slowly coming back
To Dufferin and Queen. But yeah, so this is, I think, what you guys missed. Paranormal Witness Girl says, I gotta watch today's live stream. I was napping.
Hey.
And then I like ran up here, and then the connection came back, and then all was good. But yeah, look at these
set.
fantastic fall colors in Hyde Park. So what I think I'm going to do later this week, I think I'm going to go there and do an HDR video of Hyde Park. And I'll upload that to the channel. If Jennifer Gala is here, she'll appreciate that, I hope. All right, Brandon got... Oh, one of the other guys that was there to join in. Cool, hello. Cannoli Queen says, Hyde Park is so pretty. So from that... Hey, the BMW's gone. Another car's rolling in. So yesterday I was recording a video. And this happened. I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunately, but I saw a guy on the street swing at a girl like Jennifer Gallus. So I'll just read Jennifer's comment. You bet, Johnny, I love HDR. Are you going to film in log? No, I'm not going to film in log and grade it. I've been playing around with that, but we're just going to do it and Dolby Vision straight off the camera, no editing. So it's kind of like this is what the iPhone does right off the camera. Yeah, but I'm still playing around with recording in log. but it's going to take me a while to get there in terms of being able to upload that content. Anywho, so I saw this person swing at a poor girl walking on the sidewalk, and she was like, she looked terrified. The thing is, you don't really see it in the video because it was blocked. But anyways, we'll watch that. Close your eyes if you don't want to see someone have like a public freak out. I'll show you where to look. See this guy here? If you see where my mouse is, somebody just took a swing at somebody. Oh, there it is.
I win your number. I want a fucking inch. The die pack down you, the people that are around you. You better get my money sorted out. I'm gonna fight some damage.
Yeah, so that happened. And then, so a lot of people like stopped. Were like, what the hell? And then he was very clearly like harassing someone just over here because you could hear him like yelling at somebody.
Went at and probably scared the crap out of
But
that
he then
one girl.
comes in here and that's scary because you're in like a really tight area.
Definitely shouldn't be out here. No, he's yelling at someone over there. Girl.
But you can see him. Okay, just look right here. He's literally about to swing at this poor girl just walking on the sidewalk. He's right here, red shorts. Okay, he just swang and gave like an overhead right. And this girl like ran into this man. And this man kind of like took her in as if to say like, I'll protect you, I guess.
I want a fucking inch.
And then this guy is going after this poor guy who was just being a good Samaritan.
The die pack down you, the people that are around you.
And now he's being told he wants him to die. Like, yeah, this happens downtown far too often. Like, these people need help. They need help. Nobody is doing... Well, there's a lot of really good people doing a lot of really good work, but there's nowhere near enough being done at the government level to help these people. And, you know, make sure they're fit to be on the streets before they're actually on the streets. That's a big part of it. But anyways, yeah, that happened. I just thought I would show that because I don't know. But I'm not going to be turning that into like a YouTube short and trying to... Lisa says not a bad person necessarily, but definitely a sick person. Yeah, a person who needs help. They just need a professional to work with them and figure out what's going on with them. Chris Mill says Dougie is not concerned. That's the difference. Dougie is not concerned and he's not paying for anything. John Tory would be very concerned, but would also not do anything about it. But yeah. Johnny, when were you at the North York Center? Says, yeah. I was at the North York Center last week during my live stream. Sheena says, hope the girl's okay. Yeah, that type of thing. Like, this guy is probably like 6'3", like crazy man lunging at you, yelling at you, swinging at you. That could be like really traumatic for someone, right? She might have an aversion to coming downtown now just because of like that one interaction. So yeah, like hopefully she's coping and she can just brush it off, because really, like, you shouldn't be afraid of this type of thing in Toronto. Like, that is honestly any big city. You're gonna see stuff like that even if it doesn't happen to you. Stuff like that's happened to me, but I can totally see like somebody not having a good night's sleep and being a little bit on the fence about going back downtown. Hey, we're still at the Wendy's. How long was I eating this damn Baconator? Brian says, wow, serious stuff. There was that guy I got a video of that guy. I'm not going to pull it up, but it was in like the Toronto Sun, who like shoved like an old lady on the ground at Yonge and Dundas too, which is pretty close to there. And The police ended up catching him. Colette says police should be there. There are students that go to school there, and that street is like this. Police should always be there. You know what? It's funny, Colette. That is steps from Dundas Square. If you go to Times Square in New York, it is just wall-to-wall cops. And you know what? They're kind of friendly. Like, you can chat with them, and they're like there in the public. And there's a very strong presence of them. In Toronto, they're not there, and they seem kind of guarded and not. I don't know, but I mean, the real answer is mental health services, but there should be a bigger public deterrent, I think, or at least something. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I can't even pretend to know the answer, but there needs to be something, because we don't have that something, whatever it is. Devin says the cops in America are terrifying. Action Kid says, I didn't see much Toronto police when you were there either. Yeah. Like, we don't really have beat cops like you do in New York, like we used to, just walking around, just people integrated with like the community they're serving. It's almost like it's a bit standoffish here. And I think that might be by design, but the police don't have a good image. And I think building a solid community presence would go a long way to help that. I don't know. I don't know the answers. I just know that things can and should be better. In every facet. Naughty Brown says we have beat cops in pairs. I like it. When I see cops on bikes, I like it. You know, I'm like, that's cool. I like anyone on bikes, right? Everyone should be on bikes. Be on bikes. Everyone go on bikes. But I'm not here to solve the world's problem. But somebody pointed out that during Alina's live stream, I was just looking this up, she gave me a shout out. So Alina McLeod is a YouTuber. She's
First of all,
Toronto, not Toronto based. She's lived in Toronto. She did this video, Toronto Has Changed, Not for the Better, that we've looked up on a prior stream, but she was doing her last live stream from Toronto today. She did it from Greektown, Riverdale, and Leslieville. Apparently she mentions me right at the start.
Doing well. Welcome to Toronto.
Let's see. Hopefully she doesn't.
I guess the last time you guys saw me, I was in the Maritimes in Fredericton, so I have been back for a few weeks now, and in a couple weeks I will be heading to Southeast Asia.
Heading to Southeast Asia. I envy you. But a lot of YouTubers, you know why a lot of YouTubers go there? Because you can stretch things very, very far financially. As someone who just went to Europe and to Southeast Asia both this year, like financially, 1 week in Europe, it can get you like 8 weeks in Southeast Asia of like comparable living. So there's a big reason why people go there, if you're wondering. It's very...
So that is going to be a whole new adventure. Well, kind of new. I was there last year. I will be going to some new places. But yeah, very excited to be doing streams. It is so cool. Big hello to Jim Ross.
I don't know. Was I mentioned? Anyways. Sumath says, I'm here from Johnny Stride's channel. Hey, I was mentioned. I don't know at what point she mentioned me, but anyways, yeah, Alina was here. We didn't I didn't reach out to her to do a collaboration this time. Last time I did, and she was receptive. All right. So someone's just telling me it's at like 1 minute when she mentions me.
Suman, thank you all so much for coming out, David. As always, guys, I'd love to know where you're from and what time it is wherever you are, because we got people from all over the world which come to these, which is so fun. Ali BHG asks, have you seen any other Toronto YouTubers? I have a friend who's a YouTuber, but not anybody else, I don't think. that does YouTube that I don't know. I know Johnny Strides. I know Johnny Strides does a lot of, live stream content, kind of similar to what I'm going to be doing today, but I don't know him personally. As far as other YouTubers, not a lot, Actually, if you guys have any recommendations of Toronto YouTube.
I got mentioned. Thank you, Alina. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm super jelly. You're going jelly. What am I, like 14? That you're going to another part of the world. A part that I really like to go as well. But we'll be there soon enough, I think. Vivian says, Lisa, my chat has been acting up all day. Vivian, you are the CEO. I don't pay you the big cookie bucks to not get to the bottom of this sort of thing. Anywho, that's cool. Anything else going on in YouTube land? Let's see. On my channel. Oh, yeah, this isn't actually my channel here.
Are doing well.
That's like fake Johnny Strides.
Welcome to Toronto. I guess.
Real Johnny Strides. I had 2 kind of big videos last week. The TTC bomb scare had 22,000 views already. But then this Dead Mall Toronto video, people really like the Dead Mall theme or the Dead Mall concept. I also went with like a different kind of look for the thumbnail, which I think helped. But maybe we'll do some more content like this. But yeah, not many people watched the Annex in Koreatown video. BMR says, spread the love. Anyways, anything going on? Gar says, I love your retail and transit videos. The 2 kinds of videos I make the least. Squeaky Wheel says, I started my channel a month ago. Let's see, Squeaky Wheel. Let's put you on blast notice. You can't mention that. It didn't even come up. It didn't even come up. Let's see. Go to channel. There we go. PEV group ride Ontario Square to Tommy Thompson. Toronto's Lakeshore to Etobicoke Creek Trail. I can't read. I can't play music. You're not in 4K, you're in 1440. 4K. If your camera is only doing 1440, I would recommend upscaling it to 4K, render it out in 4K, and then upload it to 4K. It'll do better. That's neat. It's a very different perspective. Are you like talking? I can't do that. I cannot play music, but neat. I'll give your video a like. I'll give you a subscribe. You're now up to 20 subscribers. Wesley says we cannot hear you. Yeah, when I play the music, you probably can't hear me. This looks like a mini motorcycle rap shoot, says Brandon. Hey, he's wearing a proper helmet. Sorry guys, I muted. I took care of the music. I realized my desktop audio is too loud. Often when you see YouTubers do this kind of stream or setup, they'll be wearing earphones or they'll have like buds in so they can hear. Oh shit! Maybe I still played that music. Uh-oh. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted. I got copyrighted on the last one. Yahia says there is still no service on line 4 and 12 police cars at Bayview Station. That's the type of thing, if I was there, I'd get a pretty juicy video out of that. People love any type of like TTC mayhem going on. Jeanette says my granddaughter is trying to touch my face on the laptop. I hope it's a Windows touch screen laptop. There you go, Jeanette. I'll puff my cheek out. That might be a little creepy. Let's not do that. But anyways, how do I go back to like Tiny Land? There we go. Hello, Robert Armstrong says, good evening, internet panhandlers. Any other channels we should check out before I move on from the interwebs? Anthony says I got that notification on the TTC Watch app. Hardjot asking how's the new e-scooter? The new e-scooter is excellent. I might have 2 of them. That's all I'll say. I might have more than that. That's really all I'll say. Jeanette says Amelia, my granddaughter, is giggling. Oh, I got another text message from, hey, my Face ID is not working. Why is my Face ID not working? JD Sun. Oh, yeah. You know what? I was on Lizzo's stream the other night. Yesterday, actually. Whoa, this is a long stream. Where was I? Half of her stream is eating. Looks like she's... Is she with Alex now? They were in front of like the Lululemon, I think. I think it was like right here. I think this is right where...
I'll walk down with you. Okay, all right.
Here I am.
It's only going to take me at least 30.
Who is this guy? Who is this weird human being right here? I just finished recording a video actually. And then I was walking my ass from Queen Street over to Don Don Izakaya, which you can see in my Instagram, when I saw Alex and Lizzo walking.
I live right next to them. Johnny Straits.
Johnny's here. What are you buying us? What are you shopping for?
Oh, wow.
I'm all
Did Lizzo set music to her stream? Anyways, there I am in the mall, out in the wild. So yeah, that happened. High Fiver says, Johnny Strides, are you using the AI in your new iPhone 15 Pro? High Fiver. I don't know. I'm counting down till November 1st when I can go back to Android land. I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't. It drives me nuts. Like, I want to put my icons down here in the bottom right, close to where like my thumb can reach them. But the only way I can put them there is if I like push everything down by filling up the top. Whereas in like Android land, if you want to put an icon in the bottom right, you literally just drag it and put it there and it stays there. Like, there's so many reasons why I effing hate this iPhone. I tried it. I'm trying to live with it. I got to live with it for another week. And then we're going back to the world of sanity where phones don't suck. But anyways, enough anti-iPhone razzing. Maroof says Lizzo uses music so she doesn't get a copyright the Hudson Bay. Oh, there we go. Jennifer Gala says, I'm using my 15 Pro Max only for video and some pictures. I don't know. I'm always on the S23 Ultra. I am probably not going to go the Pixel 8, but my S20 FE is a little long in the tooth, so I think I'm going to go with S24 Ultra when that comes out. Anthony says, there goes the 97 northbound. Oh, in the background here. Anyways, let's take a little trip over to Reddit. We've beaten around this bush long enough. Or BlogTO. What does BlogTO have? Toronto is getting its first ever pickle festival. What? Brandon says, seems like Apple loves to copy off Android camera features. Yeah, they all kind of copy and get inspired off of one another, but Apple definitely is more of the copier than copy, I guess. In a jarring turn of events, did Novell Koss do the copyright for this? Novell, is this you? Are you Aurora Zboch? ZBOCH? In a jarring turn of events, Toronto is getting its first ever Pickle Festival this fall. Pickle Fest was announced for October 21st at Henderson Brewing on Sterling Road in the Junction Triangle. I love pickles. Sometimes if I have a jar of pickles in my fridge, I will open it and I will just start eating pickles out of it. If you have pickles on anything you're eating and you don't want them, especially if it's like a Harvey's hamburger, I will be the person who takes your pickles and I will eat your pickles, but I will not go to a pickle festival. I just won't. like what? A pickle festival? Like they literally could have picked anything. Jeanette says, yum pickles, I drink pickle juice. Yeah, me too. But the best pizza in Etobicoke. We already saw the best burritos in Toronto. The top 50 Halloween parties. The top 5 hotels in Mississauga. The 4 Points Sheridan and these are like airport hotels. Alt Hotel at the airport, the Sheridan Gateway Hotel at the airport, Cambridge Suites. Has anybody ever in the history of time searched what are the top 5 hotels in Mississauga? No. No, they haven't. 15 family day trips from Toronto to take before the cold weather arrives. Here's some fun indoor birthday. BlogTO just has nothing. They're working with nothing this week. Sometimes it's pretty good. An independent Toronto grocery store just went up for sale for $5 million. Air Canada hiring more flight attendants, and you could get paid to travel. That would be sweet. That would be sweet. If it weren't for the fact that you had to deal with people, I would love being a flight attendant, except that little caveat of like dealing with people would rule that out for me pretty quickly. Most people would be great, but there's the people that are not great that would absolutely ruin. I would get fired for like talking back to some entitled piece of shit my first like hour on the job. There's no way it wouldn't happen. Barbara says I could see you as a flight attendant. Yeah. I think I could do it if people were good, but I've been on a flight. I've seen the way some of these poor flight attendants get treated. And I would absolutely snap and lose my shit. I do not have the patience for that. I do not have the patience to be that. So yeah, it's definitely whatever flight attendants make, it's not enough. They're all saints. Most of them. But I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. There's no way. The first time the seatbelt sign goes on and like we're ready to take off and some idiot pops out of their seat and goes to like get some overhead luggage, I would lose my shit. I would be done. Like that would be the end of my flight attendant career. And you know what? That would happen the very first flight. I don't think I've ever been on a flight where we're all ready to go. The flight attendants are strapped in and someone's like, oh, I got to go to the overhead compartment. Like what could be up there that you can't wait 20 minutes for us to be in the air for the seatbelt sign to come off? The moment that happens, I would lose my shit. Anyways, yeah, so I can't be a flight attendant. No, that's ruled out. That's ruled out. Ontario astronaut set to visit the moon is about to splash down in Toronto. BMR says, imagine passenger planes run by robots. Jennifer Gala says it happens on almost every flight. I would also, like, when I'm checking people, like when I'm checking their flight stub or whatever, their boarding pass, and I see somebody sitting in an area and I know their zone hasn't been called, I'd be like, we're boarding zone 2 right now. You're like zone 9. What the fuck are you doing here? You just like didn't listen. You jumped the line. You went to the front. The gate agent like just waved you through because they didn't want to deal with your stupid line skipping ass. I'm calling you out. You fucking go stand over there, you piece of shit. You go line up when they call your zone. Like, that would be me, and that would be the end of my flight attendant career. I wouldn't even make it to the point where, like, people, like, where the plane takes off and people are standing up to get their overhead luggage. I would just start calling out all those inconsiderate asshole line skippers who are like, and they're like, well, zone 2, please line up. And they're like, I'm zone 7. I'm going to go line up. Like, no, fuck you. Like, I would call that out in 2 seconds and I would lose my job. Brandon says you would be like the John Taffer of all airline attendants. All right. Gertej says later. Anthony Maroof says Johnny, in my opinion, has the paramedic, doctor, police officer look. There are 3 very different things and very different looks. Graham says, just joining, you looked so calm. What did I miss? Sounds so angry. If I were airline crew, I'd be angry too. Gar Saxon says, Johnny, the customs agent. Robert says, flight attendants have the authority to turn around the flight. I think the, isn't it the captain does, but usually the captain will side with them. Pine Soul says, my pet peeve is when everyone stands up before the plane doors are open, most of the time just standing for 10 minutes. You know, I don't mind that. If you're on like a long flight, you just want to stretch. My pet peeve are the people that don't wait for the people in front of them to get off the plane. You know, the people, like, when it's time to get off the plane, that just push their way up the aisle. Like, that's not how it works. You make sure everyone in front of you who wants to leave has left before you leave. Don't go pushing your way up in the plane. Give everyone the chance. If someone is sitting on the window seat and they're in front of you, let them come out. Let them go up and get their bags. Offer to help them get their bags and then follow them off. Anyways, yeah, I would lose my shit there too. I would get fired the first time I see some idiot running up the aisle. The only exception is if, like, the flight attendants have identified, like, anyone with connections come to the front. That's cool. That's totally cool. I get that. Lisa says I quite identify with this one. But when the plane stops, if all you want to do is just stand up and stretch and get your shit down from the top, that's fine. But the problem is there's always those assholes that are, like, pushing forward that ruin it for all the people that are, like, just standing there getting stuff down. Anyways, Cannoli Queen says totally agree. Here are the road closures impacting travel around Toronto this weekend. Drake spotted filming new music video on top of Scotiabank's Arena. We'll just wait for the video. Ontario's cost of living is now nearly 4 times as much as other provinces. I like that picture. That would be like sweet thumbnail action, or like background or thumbnail for one of these streams action. Oh, by the way, the background video, who can tell me where this is? Where is this? Whose Jaw says take a shot every time Johnny says a cuss word. I can't wait to see the comments when people, like, you cuss too many times. They'll be like, sorry, I'm an adult. Where am I right now? I'll tell you, I am. Yes, JD says Bloor and Christy. Brandon says Christy Pitts. Chris Mill says Christy and Bloor. A viewer, I forget your name. I was walking by and they pointed out a banh mi sandwich. Jelly Bean with the eagle eyes restaurant, and I went to that banh mi restaurant and they were spot on. That was a phenomenal banh mi restaurant, so thank you for pointing that one out. But yeah, this is the background from that. It is certainly no surprise. Yeah, this is kind of depressing. Cost of living, we all know Ontario and BC are going to be way up there. Brandon N says, I've been to that spot. It's the best. I don't know if it's the best, but it's really good. Like, it's way, but if like Banh Mi Boys is like your baseline, this is like way above the baseline. Hey, Miami 3, Philadelphia 3. As long as Tua is not having a good game, my fantasy hopes are back in line somehow. I also need Christian McCaffrey to rise from the dead tomorrow and have a good game. Zach McNally says Christy Bloor West. Anyways. So a viewer sent me this list called the 40 coolest neighborhoods in the world. We pulled thousands of city dwellers and grilled local experts to rank the greatest places for fun, food, culture, and community. And you know what? Vogue magazine did something kind of like that called Global Street Style Report, mapping out the 15 coolest neighborhoods in the world in 2014. And look at what was number 2. West Queen West was number 2 back in 2014. And in this one, a Toronto neighborhood has made the list. We got to come all the way down. Sadly, I just did a video through this neighborhood and I wasn't aware of it when I did that video. But the annex, I don't think they could have picked a more like un-annex looking shot. Like this picture here says Yorkville to me. This doesn't say annex to me. Jelly Bean says Johnny's reading Vogue. What is happening? Johnny's reading anything with a mention of Toronto. That's just what Johnny does. Johnny even speaks in third person. The annex has changed after the closure of the iconic Honest Ed's department store changed the area's landscape. The neighborhood is now finally emerging from years of construction with a fresh new look. The main stretch along Bloor between like Spadina and Bathurst looks very much the same though. The developing Mervish Village brings new retail spaces, more housing, plus a music venue and park to Queen Street West's uptown younger sibling, except it hasn't opened yet and it's still very under construction, combined with long-standing favorites like Hot Dogs Cinema. Thank God they didn't say Ted Rogers Hot Dogs Cinema. Pubs where professors, students, and professionals stand shoulder to shoulder to grab a pint. Rest in peace, the Brunswick House. And a new addition to Toronto's Michelin Guide, the Annex is making a comeback in 2023. Did the Annex ever like go away though? It's always been one of the top neighborhoods in the city, and is Toronto's coolest place to be right now. Anyways, I don't know where this is from. I don't recognize it, but it seems cool. I would definitely like to go up there and get some snaps. I have a feeling that I'll go there and like all the good tables right along the edge here are taken, and I'll get some seat where I don't have that skyline view. But anyways, that's cool. I'm just curious though. What is below Toronto? Songwat in Bangkok. That is near Chinatown in Bangkok. I have explored this neighborhood. It's pretty awesome. A neighborhood in Ghana. Is there anything else? Sorry if this is scrolling by. I just want to see if there's anything else I've been to. Dotonbori. That is Osaka. I have been there. Wow, I've been to the 3 neighborhoods out of 4 so far. What else have I been to? Downtown Montreal. I've been to that one. Whew. Bonifacio City, Global City in Manila. I've been here. My hotel was very close to here. I could walk to here. I've been there as well. Holy shit. Zongshan in Taipei. I've been to Taipei. I don't know if I've been there. If I've been there, it was accidental and not memorable. Don't know about that one. New Zealand? No. Turkey? No. I'm looking for neighborhoods I've been to. Greece? No. Mexico? No. El Clot? Barcelona? I wanted to go here. This is in the... No, I didn't go here when I was in Barcelona. Prague? I've never been to Prague. San Fran? Sadly, haven't been. Miami? Sadly, haven't been. I'm sure Action Kid has been to Coral Gables. There's no way Action Kid hasn't done Coral Gables videos. Hanamdong in Seoul. I've been there. Hanamdong. Never been to London. I was in Paris. I don't know if I went to here. Did I go there? That looks... That's crazy. That's like right near where I stayed. I totally live streamed through there. There's Republic. I didn't just go there. I stayed there. There's like the station. And we live streamed all around that area. There's the Bouillon, the restaurant I went to. That's crazy. I have been there. Someplace in Germany, South Africa, Glasgow, Hyde Park, never been. Almada, Portugal, Sydney, Edinburgh. All right, we're getting to like the really cool neighborhoods, so it's probably unlikely that I've been to any of these. Liverpool, Tomigaya. Oh, that I've been to this one. This one is near Shibuya. It's like a short little walk from Shibuya, but it's totally different. It's totally worth going to. West in Amsterdam? No, I didn't go to West when I was in Amsterdam. That was like the opposite direction of everything I went to. Even when I did that bike ride live stream through Amsterdam, I didn't go there. Oh, I've been here in Hong Kong. I've been to this one. Lisa says downtown Montreal seems a little disingenuous, right? They're like, all these other areas are like little pockets of the city. And for Montreal, they're like downtown. Downtown. That's the neighborhood. Downtown. Dublin, Laurel in Medellin, Colombia. I'd like to go there. Brandon says, trust me, you have to visit Montreal. Lisa says, is that considered a neighborhood? That's my, like, at least give it a name. I don't know. To me, it doesn't really seem neighborhoody. Anyways, what's going on in Reddit land? Hey, we're an hour and 8 into this. Sweet. Raja Fam says the annex is awesome. How many viewers are we at right now? I can't even see that right now. I honestly can't see how many viewers we're at. Because I closed... Oh, Not Just Bikes is a new video. The German city with more bikes than cars. 241 people watching. This is one of our bigger streams in a while. Thank you so much, guys. Cheers to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and watch all the ads. Just kidding. Skip them if you can. Some photos I captured at the pro-Palestine protest yesterday when I was out for a photo walk. I'm sure they are mighty fine photos, but we're going to keep moving on. Picture I took of the TTC subway. That's neat. One of you camera wizards would probably know what kind of exposure that was. Whoa. Come back, tiny Reddit. Is there anything good going on? All right. Toronto woman avoids jail time after being convicted of dangerous driving causing death. Yeah, I've seen this article. I'm familiar with this situation. This lady should absolutely be in jail. As they say, if you want to commit murder, hit someone with your car and some judge will give you a ridiculously lenient sentence. Anyways, let's get off of that. Let's get off of Toronto Reddit. Not a whole lot there. Not a whole lot there. Gertej says, I have turned off news. Why is it that every tourist and visitor I've talked to in Toronto always have positive opinions? Because despite the narrative out there, Toronto is fucking awesome. Like, it's an awesome city. It has so many cool neighborhoods to explore. When you do talk to some people from here, they're really friendly too. Like, we've got such an amazing variety of restaurants, neighborhoods, places. It's like a city you can just explore by foot endlessly, which you can't really say about most other North American cities. The TTC, which we like to hopelessly shit on, is actually good by North American standards, as scary as that is. So people come here and they're like, hey, the city's pretty cool. And that's why I've already answered your question. Like, you get disenchanted when you live somewhere, but when you go away and come back, you're like, this city's pretty awesome. And that's why I'm here. Villain says the people who say the city are boring are boring themselves. Am I wrong for criticizing sidewalk cyclists? No, you are not. No, you are not. Unless they're legal where you are. Then you should be criticizing your lawmakers. I support cyclists and I support bike lanes. Also think there's too many cars. But cyclists are not meant to be riding their bikes on the sidewalks downtown, right? What is the law and or etiquette on this? There is absolutely no etiquette on this. Because it's black and white. If you're over the age of 14, you do not do it. Period. A while back, I was walking... Okay, so this guy's telling a story. Passed by a delivery guy riding a small gas motorcycle down the sidewalk on Bay yesterday. I expect to see more of this since no rules are enforced. Bikes belong on the road. He was most definitely in the wrong. Yeah, like, this is just a circle jerk. But, no, you're not wrong. Enforcement is non-existent. They also congregate and sit in the bike lanes. Very dangerous for cyclists, too. That is very dangerous. Lisa says, where is the dude in the chat from this morning? Oh, was his name like Matrix or something? Anyways, yeah, no. Like, if you're in the outskirts of Etobicoke or North York or Scarborough where, like, there's nobody on the sidewalks and the roads are super highways, I don't care. Be safe. Take care of yourself. The city failed you for not building you infrastructure. But like downtown, anywhere built up, midtown, no. Hell no. Don't ride your bike on the sidewalk. You are an asshole if you do. Period. What's the most useless subway stop? I have a feeling someone's going to say Bazarian on line 4, but Bazarian's actually kind of useful now. Naughty Brown says, Johnny, you've got a frost advisory notice. I'm going to say, what's the most useless subway stop? Glencairn strikes me as being like super useless and wasteful because it's between Eglinton and Lawrence in a very low-rise residential area. Glencairn is the one that like screams to me, this station should not exist. Is there anything on the Scarborough LRT has some bad ones that are just like in the middle of Strodes. Chris Mills says, for me, it was always Chester. I think Chester too. It's literally like a 5-minute power walk from Broadview or Pape. Like, why is Chester there? Chester doesn't even have like bus bays, right? Yeah, I want to say Glencairn, but I think it's Chester. I think that's just a pointless stop. We don't need it. What do people say? Ellesmere, obviously closed. Yeah, I mentioned the Scarborough LRT once. Lower Bay. I'm on the East End, and for me, it's a toss-up between Chester and Castle Frank. Castle Frank is... No, Castle Frank, it serves a high school, and it has like a bus terminal. And Sherburne to Broadview is a pretty damn good trek. So I think Castle Frank is very justified in its existence. Chester, though, yeah, there's Chester. Someone wrote Castle Frank is a huge destination. Well, you would be wrong, but it's not a small destination. Squeaky Wheel says Greenwood. Yeah, but I don't know. I find Greenwood is kind of useful. Maybe Greenwood or Coxwell, get rid of one of them. I don't know. Chester is my closest station, and even I find it completely pointless. Also wild to me, they constructed an entire new second entrance. They did. I think it was for fire requirements, but still seems insane for such a little used station. Someone wrote Bazarian. They've built a big new community center right at the stop now. Lots of condos nearby too. Yeah, Bazarian would have been a very good candidate. Downsview Park might be one. Someone wrote Summer Hill. Never seen anyone get on or off there, like ever. And the locals in that area are too posh to take the TTC. Lisa says good restos at Greenwood. Yeah, the Wren, the Wood Owl, Mom's Basement is close by. Summer Hill is worth a stop to go to the original Boxcar Social, which is one of the best cafes in Toronto. Order a buddy shot. Rosedale Bay Station. Did anyone write Glencairn? Glencairn, I don't think I ever see anyone get on or off of it. Glencairn is hilariously my most used station outside of my own because that's the street my band practices on. Only one vote for Glencairn. I don't know. Just the fact that Yonge Street doesn't have a Glencairn station, but we do on the west side, to me, pisses me off. So I would get rid of Glencairn if I could, but I would also get rid of Chester. I think that's... Hey, go Eagles. Lisa says, don't forget the only true Dutch Indo resto in the city. Wasn't aware of that. Jeanette says, good night, Johnny and pals. Sleepy time for me. Have a wonderful week. You too, Jeanette. Fifi says, Glencairn is so quiet. People who live in that area drive their cars all the time. You live near Lawrence West Subway. Yeah, in like, it's between Eglinton West and Lawrence West. I guess, I don't know. Maybe there's something I don't know, but it strikes me as like something. Where do you shop for women's clothes? All right. As a guy, I don't want to offend anyone, but I'm pretty sure women have it better when it comes to like clothing options and places to shop. Like, what kind of question is this? I've been mainly working from home since the pandemic, happily living in my gym clothes unless I have a Zoom when I just switch out of my top, but okay. Uniqlo for office basics, Zara, H&M, Aloe, Lululemon, Simons, who knows? The Bay, Amazon. There's a question. Professional business attire for tall women. There's a question. Jelly Bean says Mango. I don't know. I can't do this. I can't do these questions. Someone wrote, oops. This is the Toronto driving subreddit. What? My head blocked that. You're going to have to watch this again. How do you do that? How do you... That should be an instant loss. And look, there's a guy on a bike. Well, like you shouldn't be on the sidewalk, but had you have been there, you would have been smoked. That should be instant, like, loss of driver's license. Instantly. Just another terrible driver in a pickup truck putting other people's lives in danger for no reason. Walker's Line and QEW. Oh, that's way out west. I gotta turn the music down. So, whoa, that is a clear AF red light run. Wow. This is a very entertaining but sad subreddit. Game of how many... I don't know. Is there anything in here? It takes a special kind of asshole to do this. Oh, that's just a scanner. I think I've seen that one. People making left turns. Let's see this one play out. Chris says they don't know how to drive. They need to turn the wheel more. Okay, so we've got a SUV making a left turn. That Mini Cooper has its right blinker on for some reason. What's the... Whoa! There was like 2 cars at once making left turns. Okay. I don't know. This is all this video is. Stupid, but not like stupidly egregious. Lane change to the opposite direction. This guy's signaling right. Well, they're both in right turn lane. No. This person decides, okay. Welcome to... Whoa! Whoa! And that car just sticks out? Okay. Let's not watch this. We're going to get gray hair. And probably get really upset. And the beer is done. Brandon N says, talk about a bad way to change lanes. Indeed. Let's do like one of those quizzes to close out the night. 1 or 2 of these quizzes. How does that sound? I found a few I haven't done. I have the Egomaniac test. I'll let you guys vote what we're going to do. Which test? Do you want to see me do the egomaniac? The competitive? I don't think I've done these before. Clueless? Or ethics. We're going to avoid anything that could be saucy. No relationship stuff on this one. They always end up with like really embarrassing situations. Jalen Hurts passed to Dallas Goedert. Sweet. Hey Siri, remind me to check the poll in 1 minute.
Okay, I added check the poll for this evening at 9:23 p.m.
Sorry, I forgot to turn the face cam back on. Chris Mill says your ego will win out. Oh my goodness. I was getting spanked in fantasy football going into this afternoon's games. And now I am 71% chance to win in one league and 55% in the other. Sweet. Jellybean says there is no funny option. We'll try to make them funny. Why are the polls not showing properly on my phone, Claudia? I don't know. But it looks like Egomaniac is going to win. It looks like Egomaniac is definitely going to win. Hey, is that a touchdown? Touchdown. The Dolphins are getting spanked. Is Jeff Wilson Jr. playing tonight? I have Jeff Wilson Jr. chilling on the bench. He has gotten absolutely no burn. For baseball fans, Texas 3, Houston 1. Oh, the Rangers. Just delaying their inevitable heartbreak. I don't know, Claudia. I don't know. But it looks like we're going to be doing the Egomaniac test. All right, Siri, we're not going to let this. Thank you for voting, everyone. That one clearly won at 43%. Let's find out. Am I an egomaniac? Start over. What I did was when I set these up, I just clicked into them to see if there was any history if I did them before. Brandon N says they better force a game 7. You can save the life of a dying person who lives on another continent. You've never met this person, but based on your research, they have done a lot of philanthropic work. The catch, in exchange, you will be 75 pounds overweight for the rest of your life. Would you do it? Can I pass this question? I don't want to do this question. That's for the rest of my life. That's probably going to shorten my own life quite a bit. Plus bring health problems and hardships, right? Maybe, I don't know, maybe. Barbara says you could easily walk that off. Yeah, if it was you instantly gain that, I would walk it off. But this says for the rest of your life. Sorry. I'm a shitty person. When someone breaks up with you, do you assume that they will never find another person as great as you? It depends. It depends. I've been on both sides of that coin. I'm going to say no, because I'm kind of an acquired taste. I understand I'm not for everybody. So if I'm not for them, it depends. If I'm breaking up with them, I don't care. I wish them well. I hope they find someone better. If they're breaking up with me, maybe I feel a little bitter. A little bit like, hey, you're never gonna get this again. I don't know. I'll say no. If you had the means to donate a lot of money to charity, would you do it anonymously? This is like that. This was an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, right? Where the anonymous donor was Ted Danson, and everyone knew it was Ted Danson, and he was getting all this credit for being this great anonymous donor, but Larry David was pissed off because he donated anonymously, but no one would like, I don't know. It was hilarious. I'm going to say yes, because at the end of the day, like, I don't look for pats on the back. Like, I've made a few donations as a YouTuber, and I haven't, like, I understand, like, it's kind of like, on one hand, it's like I'm looking for a pat in the back. On the other hand, like, I could be helping, encouraging others to give to a really good cause. But no, I can do it anonymously. That's fine. You've just... Okay, I thought that we were going to avoid the sticky questions. You've just finished having SCX, and it's very clear your partner is not satisfied. What do? Chastise myself for being inadequate. Assume it's my partner's fault. Decide to give it one more go. How about 4? Be an adult and talk it through. I would do number 4. I would be an adult and be like, hey, was that okay? What, you know, give me some tips for next time. But give it one more go. But what if they're just like not feeling it? One more go could just be like extra shittiness for them, right? Maybe they were just doing you the favor by doing it. I don't know. We'll give it one more go. What the hell? I need option 4 there. The local newspaper wants to do a story on how successful you are. How would you respond? As I look over at an article written about me in the Toronto Star, I would insist that we talk about all the people who have helped me along the way. I would decline. There's more important news to talk about. What if you're in like the lifestyle section? I would agree only if they put me on the front page. Where is the option 4? I would do it. Period. I don't know. There's no real good option there. Lisa says, do you have it framed? Yes, but someone gave me that as a present. Do you think your life story would make a great movie? Honestly, I think there would be some moments that would be worth watching that I will never ever share or tell anyone. But if this was like nobody knew it was me and it was a life story, I think you could pull out a pretty entertaining movie on some of this stuff. So I'm going to say yes. As long as it's not like clearly based on me. As I get would it bother you if your significant other made more money than you? No. Nor should it bother them if I made more than them. All I care about is, are you happy? I'm happy. You're happy. I'm happy. You're happy. Whatever. Let's go. That is especially in this day and age where like, you know, no. If that's going to bother you, if you find a woman who makes more than you, and you're a dude and you're in a relationship and she loves you and is into you, like, don't let your ego get in the way of that. You're a fucking idiot if you do. Just be grateful that you have someone who's by your side. Have you ever shown up late to a function with the sole purpose of making an entrance? I am super duper punctual. Like, no. Don't be late. No. We all know those people. Don't be late. No one thinks you're cool by showing up late. They think you've got issues, actually. Do you check out your reflection when you pass a large window? Only because I want to see if, like, something's wrong, right? Like, is there, like, a roll of toilet paper hanging out of, like, my backside over the belt? Is, like, my hair screwed up? Am I, wearing my shirt crisscross style backwards without realizing it? Like, that's why. I'm not going, like, look at that person. You know what's the worst for that? Squeaky Wheel says we all do that. Walk through a Winners. There is like a mirror on every single pillar in that damn store. Like, you can't do it. You can't walk through a Winners without looking at yourself. You just can't do it. Do you check out your reflection when you pass a large window? Yes. Hey, you know what? I don't like the like art stencil kind of thing for the TV, but I really like that the TV is at like this. It's not like mounted way too high that you're going to hurt your neck. Are you great in bed? I am answering this question. Okay. What does your score mean? You seem to be able to walk that precarious line between modesty and arrogance, at least most of the time. You're pretty fond of yourself, which is great. And proud of your accomplishments, which is also fine as I slur my words. You also do your best to keep your ego in check. Occasionally, though, you can't resist doing a little strutting, a little trumpeting, a little, hey, look at me, especially when you've achieved something major. Again, this is fine, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I've streamed a lot today. I have walked a lot today. I don't really like tomorrow morning's video. I just don't like it. I might convince myself to like I have got a little backlog of other videos. I might convince myself to just scrap it and put something else up tomorrow. So I don't know. Lisa says, I mean, you have 2 YouTube channels. Yeah. Barbara says, not far off the truth. Not bad. I like to be a realist. So we're going to call it a night. I don't know if I'm going to call it a night. I don't know if I'm just going to watch football or what I'm going to do. Tomorrow might be a day off for me. I might do nothing tomorrow in terms of going out, walking, live streaming, that sort of thing. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to the earlier live stream. I'll probably post a clip of that like car accident tomorrow on YouTube Shorts and maybe TikTok as well. But there'll be a video tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I just don't know which one it will be. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, or dislike, unsubscribe if you don't ever want to see this again. And if that's you, I don't blame you. But thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I guess that's about it, eh? Enjoy your evening. It is Sunday, the first day of the week, not the last day of the week. Remember, keep your toilet paper going under, not over. And all buy two-in-one shampoo. Remember all those things we used to talk about? Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to end the stream. Have a good night.